Dan here with another episode of 302 Fishing. I just got done work, ran up the road to a local pond right here, and we are going to go ahead and throw our baits out and try to catch some fish today. We're coming within a couple days of the autumnal equinox. I'm sure most people know it as fall. It'll be the 23rd, which is Monday of September, and it is time for almost the bass transitioning between fall and into the colder weather here with the winter. So I've been noticing in about a week and a half, or within a week and a half, that the bass have been busting all over the place and chasing bait fish. So what better time to try to find something that will actually imitate what they're chasing after? So I chose the 4.8 Keitech Swing Impact Fat that looks like almost like a small fry, or possibly almost a minnowish kind of color on the bottom side of this. And we're going to pair that up with a 4/0 heavy swim bait hook here by VMC. And we're just going to go ahead and drag that thing all around there and slow roll it. Let that tail just kick around and see if these bass just literally jump and beat up this bait right here. So give me a couple of seconds to tie that on. We'll head over to the pond, and if we're lucky, we get some fish on. To explain what's going on right now, while you're hearing me instead of the audio and the clip you're watching right now, I did not know, and this is the very first cast I threw out here, I actually caught a bass. And when I went to pull back to strike the fish, I must have jostled the USB cord right out of the side port of the GoPro, and it created some ungodly crackling noises. So that's why we're doing a little bit of a voiceover to cover that, and we're just going to go ahead and ride right into me finishing up the retrieve of the fish. And I do promise you, the rest of the episode, perfectly fine. Right off the bat, these fish are feeding, man. Look at how fat this thing is already. It's a small one, but we'll get down there and pick that bass up. A little pound and a half maybe. But boy, they just smacked the living daylights out of that. We'll take the swim bait out of the mouth, and you can look right here already. They're starting to fatten up already. I can see that there's food inside of that stomach already. But we're gonna get this bass on the way, and this seems like it's gonna be a pretty good episode so far. She's gone. All right, so the VMC hook that we're using here has the little corkscrew that's right on here, so you can twist that bait on there so it does not rip it off and let it ride up the line right here. Also, when I'm putting it through, you're just basically hooking it just like you would a worm. Just bend it a little bit, push it through, and there's a groove that is right here. That's where you're going to put the bait, the hook through, and you're literally going to just let that rest right in there, just like that. Again, unless you're in heavy cover, there's really no need to tuck the hook. But if you are, you just push it in and just tuck that tip right in there, and that way you don't worry about dragging all this nonsense and everything else around. But that's crazy. First cast. Slow roll. Water's maybe about 30% clarity. It's kind of cloudy, but I don't think these fish are going to have a problem seeing this bait. Oh, there's a smack right there. Something hit the back tail of it. I can see it already. See the line moving to the right? And now to the left. There we go, another one. They must be feeding for fall. Oh, holy crap! Holy crap! Look at the size of this crappie, guys. Are you kidding me? That is a big crappie. Look at this thing. Insane. We're definitely going to weigh that. Look at this, Oak. How about that? To hit that swim bait. Look at this. Whoa, my goodness gracious. Look at the size of the mouth on that crappie, guys. Good Lord almighty. That is literally way bigger than my hand. Here's my hand right here. Look. It's bigger than my hand. Let's get a weight on it. I'm kind of curious. If it's a pound, man, I'd be surprised. Man, good Lord almighty. That thing is gigantic. All right, let's get this thing set up here. Hold on. Ready? We're zeroed out. And we'll go ahead and hook that gingerly into the crappie's mouth. Also known as the paper mouth. Hold on. Simmer down. This fish is raring to go. He's eyeballing me. Look at the eyeball moving around. See him? See the eyeball moving? Look at this, guys. Look. This thing is 1.27 pounds. That is huge crappie here in Delaware. Wowie, wowie, wow. Beautiful colors. I mean, something's been going at its tail right here, but it must be bass, I don't know. But let's get that crappie back in there, man. Absolutely insane. Great job. Boom. And she's gone. 2 casts, 2 fish, right off the bat. Man, oh man, that is a slab and a half. Man, Oakster, I pray for a fish that big, crappie wise, because usually we get the ones that are less than the size of your hand. But that crappie has to be sitting in that water for God knows how many years to get to that size. But man, I think that's one of the biggest ones I've ever caught, believe it or not. But what a good pick. I picked the right bait just by basically observing what has been going around in the area. The fish busting up along the shorelines. Like I said, as the sun gets a little bit lower, you'll start seeing things starting to move around. Like I said, the minnows and the small little bluegills that these guys will chase around. But that one right there, they went this way, and then it went that way, and then this way, and then back that way again. I was like, you know what? I think I better strike this because I might end up losing it. What I'm going to do is, when I bring this swim bait in here, I'm going to literally throw right down the edge, right over here, and see if there's anything just perusing the edge right there. All right, let's take a shot down the shoreline right here. Look, see all the bait fish just jump up over there? All right, here we go. Oh, big fat hit. Oh, there's another one, guys. All right, that thing's absolutely destroyed. A little dink. Oh, quick release. But for some reason, it got pulled off the corkscrew type portion of the VMC hook here. So we'll just take the bait off and just reset it back again. So we're going to try to find the center of the swim bait, and we're just going to put the corkscrew type deal right there on the nose and just twist it nice and slow until it catches. And you just keep turning and turning and turning until you feel it's tight. And then go ahead, just bend your bait up again, get it through that groove, and let the hook sit there. Everything's nice and straight, so we know it's going to flow through the water properly. We can't see it behind us, but obviously you can see the nice, beautiful sunset that's casting itself upon these trees and everything else. About 2 to 3 weeks from now, everything's going to start changing. All the leaves will start falling, turning to all the golden yellows and oranges and reds and everything. Very pretty when the fall comes around here in Delaware. It's not like New England, but it's somewhat decent and close. Guys, if you haven't already, man, you know, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click subscribe, man. Click that notification bell. I'm sure you won't be disappointed checking our channel out, man. We always have a great time out here fishing. The Oakster, as we said a couple episodes ago, he's out doing his hunting thing, so I will go ahead and carry and continue on with the channel until he comes back. Usually it's pretty much around December or near January when he comes back, but I always keep it going. I'm trying to put something on the board for you. And today, like I said, is a good day for right now for me, because the past couple weeks with all that heat and everything else, I wasn't having so much luck. But right now we've got 2 fish so far, but we're going to keep throwing around, and I'm sure we'll find a few others around here too. I'm going to keep my tip down so I can keep that bait down into the water column, because if I keep it high, it's going to rise up on top, and that's not what I want. But the wind is kind of blowing that algae down that way, which is kind of good, so it kind of opens up this area to go ahead and cast into. All right, one more cast out here, and I'm going to go back up to my car and grab the package of the other Keitechs that are in there, because I don't want to have to go running all the way around for another swim bait if this one right here that I just replaced gets jacked up. All right, let's go ahead and tighten the reel up. We're good to go there, and let me run up to the car and we'll head over to this corner and cast this shoreline right here. All right, got our package here, and again, it's way bigger than my pocket, but it will fit down into my waders. So we'll put that in there for right now and just walk with them there. Usually right over here is where we have all the activity from the bass. Maybe a little further down, I can already see bait fish being forced up over to the shore on the right hand side. Now there's a lot of variations with the swim bait that you can use. Some people like using just, you know, extra wide gap hooks. Again, you can use the one that I'm using, the heavy swim bait hook. Some people like having underspins underneath of the swim bait rig there too as well. Which I think I have one in there. I just couldn't find it right off the bat. It does help attract the bass in. Other than the paddle tail, you get the reflectiveness of the blade catching their eye too, and you know, making these strikes a little bit more vicious, so you can effectively hook these bass. All right, so as we're trying to find another bass right here, you know, guys, drop a comment down below, man. If you have a favorite swim bait that you like to use during the fall transition, I'd be curious to know what you guys use, and I will go ahead and try to use it here and see if it happens to work here in the state of Delaware. Again, I just go by habit, and that's why I go and get the Keitechs, because I like them, but that's not to say that I won't try something new. All right, we got little to no hits right here at all, so we are going to continue to move along so we're not losing sunlight. But let me get out of these thickets here. All right, so I'm going to try to walk in between here, and there's a flat area I can walk all over here. Hopefully it's not soft, and it'll support my weight, because I'm a big boy and I sink very fast. All right, so a little further down, we're going to cast right along here. I can see the fish over here breaking, and then cast over in this open area here too. But let me turn around here so you can see the beautiful sunset that's going on right here. Hopefully it doesn't blow out too much, but just an absolute beautiful day, man. The temperature is perfect, and I can't complain, man. All right, let me try to move forward here a little bit. Again, hopefully this ground is somewhat reasonably firm. It's a little soft right here in this area, so I'm gonna try to be careful. And there's a clump of like grass that's right, like if you're looking right here, it's about like a foot out. I'm gonna try to cast right over there and see if there's bait fish are sitting right by that. Look at that, there's a whole bunch of bait fish you guys cannot see. Look at that, look at that. See that big wake right there? We're gonna cast over to the other shoreline and come across and see if that bass will see this swim bait. Right where we just saw that wake. All right, let's keep her moving. All right, I'm gonna try for this opening right where this tree's at. There's an opening right there diagonally we're gonna try to go into. Again, trying to go in as stealth as we can. And just try not to rattle these bass up. All right, I'm gonna sit right into this tuft right here, and this like indentation of this tuft of sawgrass. All right, let me cast up this way first, right towards the sun, so the fish can see the bait. Oh, got another hit. Just yanking on the bottom of the tail. There we go, fish on. All right. Oh, he threw it. Dang it. Totally threw it, man. It's about a pounder But let's get this unhooked out of the reeds here. Again, we're still able to save the bait. That was my back tweaked right there. That's why you heard me like make that more noise. It took a good long while just to get that hit. So we're losing our light. Like I said, once it hits those tops of those houses, we got maybe about 20 minutes worth of light. So the goal is just to try to hit one more fish, and hopefully it'll be a doozy. But not too bad. I mean, like I said, we caught a 2-pounder, and we caught that, what I think is my personal best crappie. I mean, 1.27 pounds. Huge, huge, huge in my book. All right, let's concentrate a little bit on this side right here. Give that a break. Okay, cast over on that shoreline. So what I'll do is I'll throw a bunch of, oh, there's a hit right there. Oh my God, another small one. So I'm throwing over here, I think, as it gets to the middle where it's down deeper, that's where they're starting to chase it out and come right up here to almost to the shoreline towards my feet. But I'm gonna throw a couple more casts out this way here. Oh, there's another hit right there. Come on, baby. Is that a fit? Here we go. Is he gonna run with it? There we go. Little dink. Got one finally. It took a while just to get that. But that swim bait was almost as big as the fish. They're just tagging the back end of the tail and just screwing around with it. But we got to get the pliers out for this one because I can't reach in with my fingers here. I need a smaller profile here, which is the needle nose part of the pliers here. All right, there we go. We didn't even need it. But hey, it's a fish. She's gone. We still got a few more minutes of daylight, so let's keep it going. All right, guys, I want you to soak this in right here because although I love bass fishing all the time, my other passion is photography. And everybody loves a sunset. But the best time that I love is when the alpine glow appears. That's when the sun is finally behind the horizon. You can still see the rays of the sunlight, but it causes all these beautiful colors to come out, man. All this hue and saturation that you see out here, the oranges, the yellows, the purples, the blues, and everything else like that, man. This is when I would take pictures, man, and just post them up on Facebook and just let everybody appreciate nature as it is. Again, if I didn't even get a fish all day long, I would be thoroughly happy with a day looking just like this, man. I mean, it's mirror glass on the pond here, no breeze a blowing, and these puffy clouds are putting up a show today. So soak it in, people. All right, so I'm gonna cast a couple over the shoreline here, and we're gonna wander our way down and make our way back to the vehicle. Got to get one more of a decent size. But I don't, oh, here we go, here we go. Feels like a little one though. Line's loose, which means the fish may have it and he's traveling with it. I don't see the line going left and right, but it's getting ready to. Come on, baby. There you go, there's the fish right here. There we go, fish on. Another little dink. Almost fell in the water for that little half ouncer. But look at this fish. That's a 5-inch bait that this bass literally swallowed. Look at this. He's got it all the way down in his throat. Isn't that insane? But still catching fish. Not a lunker, but oh, ready to go. She gone. All right, here we go. One of our last few chances to get a good one. Oof. I'll tell you one thing, man. If your back's hurt, man, hitting rabbit holes and snake holes and everything else doesn't do your muscles in your back justice. All right, so see this gappy area here? I just saw something move right here. We're gonna throw right in between this algae area. Come on, baby.
I know. Ooh. Big one. Decent one. That's a decent one, guys. Nice hit. I mean, it slammed the living daylights out of that bait. Oh my God. Oh. Here we go, guys. Come on, baby. Come on. I knew we were gonna get a decent one out of here. Oh, oh yeah, here we go. Oh, boy, this one's a tank. What a tank, and what a way to end out. This might be a 3-pounder right here. I mean, that thing obliterated that swim bait. Wow, wow. It literally just shook the swim bait right off. Woo! There you go. That's a good way to end out the episode. I was getting a little disheartened there with whether we were gonna catch another decent one, but we got it. Let's clean the mud off and let you guys view that baby. Clean and pretty. But here we go. Nice and pretty for you. I appreciate you. Fall bass on swim baits. The transition is beginning. But these fish absolutely destroyed that bait, even though we had that tiny little bit of a lull. But let me find a firmer piece of ground right here. And let me get a weight on this real quick. Put the camera back up here. I still got my scale in my pocket. All zeroed out as usual. And she's nice and docile so far. And oh, man, her teeth are sharp on this fish. So, like I said, even though it shook that bait, always keep pressure, constant pressure on that fish so you can keep that bait hooked into its face. But I'm going to clear this off, and you can clearly see it is over 3.13 pounds. Boom. How about that? A 2-pound bass, a 1.5 almost pound crappie, and now a nice 3-pounder. Boom. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get our release on. Woo, almost sunk right there. But oh, come on, quit shaking. I'm gonna push that camera down, and we are gonna go ahead and get that fish in the water. It is nice and lively and ready to go. But I appreciate you, Mr. Bass. Let's get you aerated a little bit. And she's gone. Boom. There you go, guys. Man, I'm still in shock with that almost 1.5 pound crappie. That thing was the absolute donkey for a crappie in the state of Delaware. Obviously nowhere near the state record, but for me, I'm pretty sure that is a PB for a crappie for me. It was well bigger than my hand. You saw me when I compared it to the size of my hand. And I've got some decent sized hands with a little Vienna sausages going on right here. But 2 nice bass, 2 pounds, well over 3 pounds. I got a little frustrated again, I almost walked off, but I just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and finally, that big old slam, and I had to fight it, man, because I thought that thing was going to jump and shake that bait, but just as it got to the edge and I went to grab the fish and lift it, that swim bait fell right out of the mouth, as I explained to you a few moments ago. But I'm happy. I'm hoping you guys had a great night. Hope you got a great day of fishing. As always, like, subscribe, push that notification bell, and as always, fish on.